Hey YouTube, Wagwan, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna replace the radiator on this Ford Taurus. So if your Taurus look like this, same procedure. The radiator leaking on this one, and we're going to replace it. So we have some clips here. Just gotta remove the clips just like that. So on this car we have to take off the front bumper because it has some screws that go back from here to there. We have to take out the fan, so we probably have to take out the air filter housing as well. So we're gonna disconnect it from right here. We have to take off the radiator as well. So first time doing one of these, but you know, I will figure it as I go, and I'll do all the guesswork so you don't have to do all the guesswork. Okay, let's get started. Also like, comment, share, subscribe. So guys, we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. Get over here just to take this part out. I'm just gonna take these clips off, lift that up, take this is the top of the air filter housing. Just gonna rest it right there for now. I'm gonna move it soon. Just want to take this part out, make sure there's no screw on the inside holding it down. All right, so there's no screw. I'm gonna take this out. It should be 8mm. So this right here is like a little scoop to get like cold air intake. So it's like a factory cold air intake right here. Alright, so pull up on that, and the camera wants to fall. Alright, so you can see this right here. Those two tops go down in there. That's what hold the housing right there. So since we get this far, what we're really doing is getting some room to work. So now the next step we're gonna do is remove the fan, because we have to take out the fan. So anything that's touching the fan, we're gonna need to remove. I might just remove this just to get more space to work. So we're gonna squeeze this like that and pull that out. The more space you get to work, guys, the better it is for you, the less problem you're gonna go into, because you don't want to break anything, all because you didn't just take off something simple, you know. So go ahead, we're just gonna leave that up right there. We don't have to move it from there. So now we have a lot more room to work at right here. We're gonna need to remove the radiator hose at the top too. But also, before we take the hose off, what we're gonna need to do is drain the radiator. So we're gonna go underneath the car. I'm gonna lift the car up some more and drain out the radiator from, you see that red thing down there on the bottom of the radiator? That's what you use to drain it. Go ahead and pull this so we can have air in the system. Time to go up. So guys, you just want to come, you see that red thing right there? You can use a flathead screwdriver if your hand can't reach it, because my hand can't go up in that little spot right there. So I use a small flathead screwdriver to like turn it. Or maybe I gotta do it like this. So yeah guys, we need to get that turned some way, somehow. And it instead of turn it just breaks. So but that don't really matter because we're changing the radiator. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come to the other side of the radiator this right here. Right, this right here is the lower radiator hose, so we're going to remove the lower radiator hose and we can drain the radiator from that. So that's our next step. And guys, I know this car missing a whole chunk down here for the front bumper, but you know, it is what it is. That's what we got. So guys, you can see this is what I have. This is what I use. It's a clip puller. Oh snap. So it's a clip puller. So it's a clip puller, and this is what it I used to take the car, not take the car, take the hose off for the bottom. Now we gotta try to twist the hose on the radiator. So now we're twisting it like that. It's moving. So now we need something to catch the coolant, but I'm not gonna reuse this coolant, so I just catch it in this thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
So you get the drift. That's all you gotta pull it out to drain it. So I'm gonna use my 2-hand because I don't want to make a mess. So guys, what I did, I put something else at the top just to have a bigger opening to catch the radiator, the coolant. But since we're not reusing it, we don't need to get a clean container to catch it. But yeah, we're just gonna let it drain. Once that drain, we're gonna get back at the top, and then we're gonna start working on the top. So now you see how to drain the radiator if the drain plug over here not working for the radiator. So let's drop the car. So guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take out these gonna be 732 screws. They're very small. We're just trying to take everything that off the that hold on to the bumper. So this is a fender liner. You want to do the same thing on both sides. This car missing some parts of the bumper, so I don't have to take that off because it's already gone. But yeah guys, we need to take off the bumper on this car because there's some screw running towards the radiator that can only be reached with the bumper off. So once you take out those clips and the screws, you can pull on this just like that. Everything look good. Then we're gonna come around here. We're gonna start take out these 10mm at the top right here, and we're gonna do the same thing we just did on that side over here. You can see the 2 screws on the clip right here, 732. All right, so we have both sides of the bumper out. Just taking out this. Alright, so once we remove these, the bumper should come off. And also I have to take out the active shutter grill. If your car doesn't come with one, then you don't have to do that, but this car come with one, so I have to do that procedure too. And one quick thing, unplug the light that's on the bumper. Alright, so I unplugged the light. So yeah, this is the light. This is the plug in the light. You just gotta squeeze this piece and unplug it. It plugs in the light on the bumper. So guys, just unplug these, come right here, squeeze this. This is your active shutter grill, by the way. You can unplug, this is your ambient temperature sensor, so you can either take that out or you can just take it out from here, which gonna be 8mm. Go ahead, put that over there. And it's also hold the shutter grill. So you have another one right here. So now we got to remove this piece. So that's how it look. You got to squeeze this in like that and get something to pry it in the back. So now we got to do it at the bottom too. So I'm gonna do it at the top, then do it at the bottom to remove that. So this is what I did. You gotta squeeze this in, so down here I give you a better view at the bottom to squeeze that in. And also I can unplug the fan from down here just like that, and maybe I can unplug this fan over here. My hand can go up in there somewhere. Okay, yeah, so squeeze it, unplug it, just like that. All right, and this right here, we gotta unplug this clip right here. We got a clip puller, just do that. Same thing on this side, just do that. And this, we gotta squeeze this in and pry on it. So this the piece I take out. That's what it look like. It connect both upper and lower grill, so they move together. Yeah. So guys, you just want to squeeze this right here and pull it out. And now we can take off the let's see what's holding it. I guess it just says fuse. So now we can take this off, and now we can get access to that screw back there, that screw onto the radiator. And the same thing over here. I don't know why Ford vehicle always difficult to work on. Like, that's just crazy. Take off this. Now we have access to this. Same thing over here. We have access to that right there. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take this off right here. And just the wire harness, just kind of get it out the way. It was clipped in, but I already unhooked the clips already. Because we have to take out the fan, so that's what I'm working on. So we have one screw right here, seems to be 8mm, another one right here, 8mm. We're going to remove that. So I noticed we have two different screws. The smaller screw over here, the longer one go over on the driver's side. And the fan should be ready to come out. And once you take those screws out, the bottom just clipped in, so you just pull up on it just like that, pull up on it just like that, and the fan should be ready to get out. So we just gotta clear the wire and bring the fan up. Alright, that should work. Just like that. So you know what would be nice, like a swivel socket, a swivel wrench, swivel head wrench would fit right here perfect. But over here is kind of difficult. I don't really have nothing to go in there, so I'm gonna like sort of bring the radiator forward a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is just loosen these two 10mm at the top, and once I loosen those two 10mm, I can push it forward just like that. So now that is forward, I can get anything in there. I can get a swivel socket or whatever in there to just take those loose.
Now you're working. Now you're working.
So guys, this side is 10mm. Over here is 8mm. Come on, Ford. It's already difficult enough to get to the the radiator. At least keep the bolt the same. Alright, so now we can just pull the radiator forward and lift it up. Just like that. Oh, we gotta unhook the condenser. Once we unhook the condenser, then we can take out the radiator. So now guys, we unhook that from that on both sides. Now we can take out the radiator. I'm just gonna put that right there so you guys can see me. Let's take off these. So I don't know if you can this one was leaking right around in the middle. I don't know if you can see the color different right there where you can see. But yeah guys, the radiator is out. One time for the thumbnail. So guys, you just want to make sure you match up your radiator, make sure it's the same as the old one. Everything looked to be the same so far. So this is the back. Everything looked to be the same, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting it back in. So we're just gonna go ahead, drop it in. So guys, what we did so far, we put the radiator in, make sure it sits properly in that part right there. We bolted on to the condenser. Now we gotta put these one back in. So we gotta pull it forward and put it back through here. So the fan have some hooks, one right here, we gotta hook back that down there, another hook right here, and we have got to hook it back down there too, and then we can catch back our 8mm. So we run the wire, we plug back in the fan, we tighten up the fan already, and now we just gotta connect this radiator hose at the top, click back this, put it back there. You can also go ahead and connect the lower radiator hose as well. Alright, and then we're gonna bring back this clip and lock that. So So everything going good so far. So this is the update we had so far. We're just running these back in. So far so good. We're gonna have to add coolant soon, but so far so good. And this system is a self-bleed system. It constantly bleeds itself, so you just need to add coolant in it and let the car run for a few, and it should bleed itself. So everything over here is done so far. Just gotta lift the car up, catch that hose, and then we're gonna put on the front bumper back on the car. And also we gotta put the active grill that go right here. You can see it's coming together. Lift it up now. So guys, make sure you remember to put back this piece and we clamp our hose. Now we gotta go ahead and add coolant to the car. So guys, clamp that. I had to end up with something here because this radiator have a little extra thing, but just make sure you order the correct radiator. Apart from that, you should be good. I'm gonna add some coolant in it. So guys, I add coolant in it. Wait a little bit, the lever dropped down some more, so I'm gonna add some more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. Make sure we don't have any leak. We don't have no leak, so we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more coolant, start the car so the car can run. This car bring a self-bleeding system, so it constantly bleeds itself. So once there's air in the system, it's gonna bleed it. So I'm gonna just let the car run to get the air out of the system, but I'm gonna keep on bringing it up to the line until the air come out. So yeah, the car can start without the bumper on it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start it. So once you start the car, the water pump gonna run, and then it's gonna the water pump gonna run, and then it's gonna push the air out of the system. So you want to make sure you have that, have that running, have the engine running to get the air out of the system. And it's always good to bleed the system properly, because if you don't, it will cause the car to overheat, and you don't want that. So I'm just gonna let it bleed while I continue to put up the rest of the bumper. So we're just gonna fit up the middle, or the best we start from one corner and go to the other. So I'm just gonna put these screws in the middle, so so the bumper don't fall off. That's what we're just using it to do. think that's a space for a clip. Alright, so now we just have to line this up properly underneath the headlamp, get it to go in like that. We're going to catch back our clip and also put what we're going to do there, put our clip on our screws that we took out. Do the same thing for the other side and tighten it up. Then we're going to go for a test drive too to make sure it's not overheating as well. So guys, I drive the car and everything, and I forget to film. I forget to make a video of me driving the car. But yeah, the car is good. There's not overheating, so that's good. I'm in another car right now. And also guys, please go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace out. See you next time.